Oh, look, it's porn.
Why are you still here?
I'm just getting ready.
It's Porno the
You
character.
seem to be taking your time.
Well, it is my time to take now, isn't it?
But what
It's
if you
Rule
were
64, the
the
character.
one I trusted to be fast enough,
Oh.
smart enough, and pretty enough
Go on.
to beat the blue nuisance.
Well, I'd say you got the right girl for the job.
If you excuse me, I'm gonna go have lots of porn drawn of me.
That was so easy, I almost feel guilty.
I was actually gonna make a joke earlier about how, like, I'm surprised how few fetish pictures of the Zeddy I've seen out there on the internet. But no, there's like a lot of fucking stuff of that character, for sure. So I guess, like, that's picking up the slack. And look at this level, we're just a giant... We are literally a giant snowball. That is what we are doing on this level. Come on, get on there. So anyway, like, even right down to, like, what was Eggman's plan in Sonic Colors. He was like, I'm gonna have a weird mind control beam and shoot it at the planet and mind control everyone. And after he tested it out using it on Tails... Oh, fuck! God damn it! Every time. Oh, no, again! God damn everything that has ever existed in this world. There we go.
Aww. It's cute the way he keeps on trying to get past all the death traps and enemies and stuff. I think
And
he
stuff.
kind of likes me.
We've almost never had, like... When was the last time you can think of Sonic having a female villain, by the way? Just saying. For all these people complaining about the Zeddy. When else are you gonna have a female villain showing up? His plan was like, oh shit, no. His plan was, I'm gonna launch a big, like, mind control beam at the planet, and he tests it out on Tails, and then immediately after that cutscene they go, yeah, whatever, and they don't even worry about it anymore. It's like they completely forget it even existed, which made sense for that game's, like, intention.
Like a man who shows initiative. Mostly because I don't have any initiative. But you're never gonna get close to me, blue boy.
Blue boy, green girl. Those are not complementary colors. Which made sense for what that game was going for, with its tone just being like whatever, let's just have a good time. Purely all about the, like, gameplay-oriented, fun time story. And, like, to the point where by the end of the game, when Eggman was actually shooting off the big laser at the planet, Sonic and Tails didn't even know, like, he was doing it, and the only reason his plan was foiled was by sheer accident of something Sonic did unintentionally hours earlier. Then this game is kind of going for the same thing, where he's got a big laser and it's pointing at the planet, only now we actually see the negative impact it's having when it's being used. We have a camera down on the floor with Knuckles and Amy showing this is what's going on. The planet is at risk. Shit is bad. This is a serious, actual, like, world-destroying threat that we have to take seriously here to deal with. And, again, extra points for... for the reason this threat exists in the first place is because of Sonic. He did something thoughtlessly and without thinking about the consequences, and now because of him, the Zeddy are using this evil planet-draining machine, and now his friends, Amy and Knuckles, and all the little animal buddies down on the planet Earth are fucking, like, seriously dealing with some bad mojo. So again, same kind of plate arrangement, god damn it, as what we had in Sonic Colors, but there's, like, substance to what's going on here. And again, like, that's not an indictment of Colors or anything. That's what Colors was going
I'm gonna need a Manny, a Petty, and an avocado facials for about this horrid day.
It's like an evil rarity. It's like the nega rarity. Like, I'm not saying that like, oh, Colors, this is actually doing it right. Like, no, Colors was clearly going for a different kind of thing. And it worked for what Colors was doing. But I admire this game's story for taking the same kind of thing that Colors was doing and taking more of a critical eye to that same kind of plot structure and events and those same things. And again, I was trying to like talk around certain stuff that happens because I don't want to spoil it, but it goes into like Sonic and Tails' character, and what was the biggest things about Sonic Colors was, look, they're buddies, they're bros, they're having a good time, they're interacting, they're having banter. Like, you buy them as friends, and in this game...
Aw, you're adorable.
As you could have seen from the last cutscene, we're seeing that get strained a little bit. Not to the point of hack bullshit, fuck you crap of like, oh, Sonic versus Tails. That shit. God, I hate that shit, by the way. I hate that whenever it is done in hack comic book nonsense. Actually, it felt like Sonic Colors actually kind of mocked that, where when they use the mind control beam on Tails, it's like, I'm gonna make you fight! And then it gave out before he could even throw a punch. Like, nope, that's not gonna happen, fuck you. Like, it's not going to that hacky extent, but it's actually, like, showing, like, no one's on their A game in this, you know? Tails is like, Sonic is being motivated by guilt of his actions, and that's causing him to side with start working with Eggman, which is unnecessary and probably not a good idea, because, like, what do you think Eggman's motivations here are? He doesn't actually want to help you. He just wants to get his shit back. It might not be a good idea to work with this guy. Come on, there we go.
Gotta go. Call me.
Call me! So Sonic is making a mistaken choice because he's motivated by guilt. Tails is frustrated by that and is feeling like, A, annoyed by the situation, and that's exacerbating his feelings of like, fuck you, Sonic, why don't you trust my abilities? I mean, okay.
Ooh, that was cool. Pun intended.
Tails' fucking face! Like, are you fucking serious, dog? Oh my god.
I'll get fat from eating your black hearts, you Eggman wannabes!
Jesus.
Whoa.
Your threats are almost as amusing as your mustache. I must commend you on your invention, though. We get stronger and stronger as we leech the life from your dying world.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Where are you gonna live when your world's dead, guys? Oh, right. You've been dead, too. Too bad for you.
I will burn your world, you rebellious scum!
Look at their faces.
Destroy everything you love and make you rot!
Jeez. Even they were like, whoa, step back.
Boss, your hands! As long as I can still strangle a Zeti, my hands are fine.
See what I mean? Like, Eggman has got some serious, fuck yeah, villain props in this game. I would compare that on the same level. It's like, get out of here before I make mincemeat of you. That you had at the end of Sonic Adventure. Like, oh, so what if the Zeti aren't super impressive and well thought out and super deep complex villains? Whatever, as if that's necessary. Fucking look at Eggman! Look at the shit he's doing in this game. Holy crap, that was some pretty beast-ass fucking moment right there. Even Sonic and Tails were like, whoa! Someone's fucking pissed. Which, again, is actually a pretty good, like, argument of like, hey, Sonic, maybe working with Eggman's a bad idea. Maybe siding with the guy who just said that shit is not the smartest move to be making right now. I'm just saying, like, it's actually... Ugh. I mean, like, Tails is, like, frustrated by the situation, and I can see how his frustration at being forced to work with, hey, look, that guy who tries to kill us all the time, and who almost killed you that one time, remember? And taking that and being like, what's your excuse for having him work for us? Oh, you need him to do this thing that I would be able to do? Why do you think we need him? I can just do it. Why do you think I can't do it? Like, I can see, like, everyone's kind of, yeah, pinball. And I'll try and finish my thought first. Everyone is, their motivations are believable, and they're all making mistakes. Like, they're all flawed in their actions and motivations to various different extents. Like, Sonic is believably motivated by his guilt, and it's causing him to make mistakes. Tails is motivated by his frustration at being forced to work with Eggman, and that's causing him to make mistakes in how he interacts. And it's like taking it out on Sonic a little bit. So, once again, what the like, no, it's not. What are you people fucking talking about? The fucking story. Christ almighty. I swear to God, it feels to me like sometimes I seriously feel like I'm in Silent Hill or whatever. Oh, the bad story. It looks like a bad story to you? It looks like they look like monsters to you? For me, it's always like this, right? It's hot as hell in here. You see it too? For me, it's always like this. You know, like, the version of reality that they seem to be looking at is not the version of reality that I'm seeing. That's the joke I'm trying to make here. Like, they are seeing a version of reality where the Sonic games are bad for whatever their stupid reason is. And the version of reality I see is one where it's like, yo, dog, check it, you know? Ha. Come on. Fuck. I like how they're breaking, like, plates. By the way... Ah, fuck. By the way, I love how we're running around a snow casino. Isn't that awesome? Like a winter wonderland. There's a casino in this winter landscape. Just like Casino Night Zone. And what I like about it the most is it's got the pinball minigame. Although it is kind of a shame that when you fall, like, out of the machine, like, you die. Like, you lose a life. But this is actually the best pinball minigame the series has ever had. Alright. Like, I love me some pinball, and I love me some Sonic Pinball, but Sonic, the games that did, like, pinball physics, like, have a little pinball section in the game like Sonic Adventure 1 did, have always had or Sonic Heroes, have always had atrocious physics. Like, the physics for how the pinball machine operated has always been fucking terrible. Fuck. Because it feels like they were trying to still have you controlling Sonic while he was in the pinball machine, and it's never worked. And it's always felt wrong. Like, but this time, like, in this game, it's just pinball. It's just a regular pinball machine with regular pinball physics. You have no control over Sonic as he's being bounced around between all the stuff. He's just acting as the ball, and you are just playing a pinball machine. And that's it. I thought there was more. Maybe I skipped one? I do remember there being a little bit... Man, maybe I missed it, but, like, in this level, I do remember there being more than a couple of pinball sections, but, like, best pinball section minigame that the series has ever had. Like, what are you people complaining about? I love me some pinball. And again, I love the level design of these, like, the creativity of these levels. We had giant snowball billiard balls. We have a snow casino night zone in the snow. Like, that's awesome. It feels like one of the things you could say about, like, Unleashed, for example, was the levels were really down to earth and quote-unquote realistic. And if you're used to the Genesis games with their, like, nonsensical cartoon landscapes, like Casino Night Zone and all that, you might have missed that. Be like, these levels are, like, down to earth and whatever. Well, I want freaky, crazy, cartoony, bombastic, like, video game levels like what Sonic had. And in this game, being what I feel is trying to be like a classic game in 3D, is going back to that and having fun, interesting, creative little levels, including a fucking Casino Night Zone. Props. Just saying.
Move it or lose it, Snow Cone.
Snow Cone.
The last time we met, you ruined my nail art. Now I have to reapply a whole new coat.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? I am so sorry.
Oh, well, in that case...
Oh no, what I meant to say is, I'm so sorry that you have nothing more important to do in life.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that! As soon as my nails dry.
God damn it. Like, just so overtly sexual, like, I can't even think of anything to say. Just literally sticking her ass in the fucking camera, for crying out loud. Or their fucking hips, like, oh my god. Anyway. I was trying to say was, like, again, people complaining about the Zeddy, like, oh, this is good stuff. Hey, like, look at Sonic's little animations, where he's like, there we go. Ah, just so many things. Yeah, pirouettes. Hold on. Let's see if I can try and get that happening again. Fuck you. Look, again, hey, look at these classic fucking badniks. Nice to see them back. Ah. Ah, fuck. Whee! Whee! Jesus. And then here, let's watch this. Look at him. Ah, he's not doing it. Fuck, that was so cute. Where he was like,
all I want to do is chill. But here comes that fashion disaster, Hedgehog. I mean, those shoes are atrocious. And the white gloves are ridiculously retro.
those white gloves are ridiculously retro. Anyway. Like, the people who complain about the Zeddy, I'm just like, it's fun! Like, I like their dumb, simple, little one-dimensional personalities because they serve as fun banter for Sonic to make fun of. Like, what are you even complaining about? The scenes where Sonic is in... Now look at him. Yeah! I was speeding forward and shit. The scenes where Sonic is interacting with them and going, LOL, fuck you guys, are funny! And it's great to see, like, a different kind of villainous personality for Sonic to interact with compared to Eggman. And compared to, like, Chaos, again, great villain in his own right, great force of nature, apocalypse now kind of antagonist, but not exactly something that Sonic can have fun bantering with, you know? Metal Sonic was pretty cool, but that was like more based in like exasperation, where he was like, "That's Metal Sonic," which was a great little moment. Actually, there's been a lot of like fun moments in the spin-off games where Metal Sonic shows up that have great moments between Sonic and Metal Sonic. Like I in one of the phone games that actually has like story moments to it. There's like Metal Sonic shows up as a boss for one of the levels, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna race you, Sonic," and like there's like you should actually look it up. It's called Sonic Runners. Just look up Metal Sonic Runners, and you'll probably see what the moment that I'm talking about. Ugh. Actually, like evoking chemical plant sound now with this level. But we actually had some great interaction with Metal Sonic. But yeah, like, what people are just going, oh, the Zeddy are bad characters. The end. They're not actually. Fuck. Like, there's no actual intellectualism to the analysis. They're just going, it's bad because I don't like it. They're not actually looking at, okay, what function do the Zeddy serve in terms of the narrative and how it is utilizing them, and does it succeed? They function as a quirky mini-boss squad for Sonic to fight, and they succeed in that. They function as comedy villains for him to bounce his personality off of and have fun, creative, original, interesting little fights with in terms of gameplay and in terms of him fighting someone besides fucking Robotnik. And they succeed! They accomplish the task they accomplish the intention of what their purpose in the game is meant to serve. What the fuck are you losers complaining about? Oh, they're not super, like, in-depth and well-developed. So what? That's not the point! That's not the point! Once again, like I'm reminded of, like, in Star Wars, they kill the Emperor at the end, but the Empire, like, why are they celebrating? Just because the Death Star is destroyed and the Emperor's dead doesn't mean... You don't get it. You're just complaining for the sake of complaining, but, like, your complaints betray the fact that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What the fuck even happened there? Or, like, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. Oh, how did Bruce Wayne get back into Gotham? It's supposed to be important. You don't get it. That's not the point of that scene. You're just complaining for the sake of complaining. You don't actually, like, know what you're fucking talking about. Come on. Like, it's that cinema sins mentality of, I made a nitpick, that constitutes a flaw, therefore the movie is bad because I pointed out a nitpick.
Now, you wouldn't hurt a lady, would you?
I have a principle. Anyone who says, oh, you wouldn't hit a girl, would you? I need to immediately punch you in the face. I mean, look, they actually do have kind of interesting powers.
These things don't come out, you're dead!
Like, if you actually look at the abilities that they're using when you're fighting them, that's like, damn. Fucking, the old guy was using fruit.
I'm getting tired of lugging your head around, pal, so I made you a snowbot body.
Aww.
I can't feel my legs!
You see? Orba and Cubot are buddies! It's so cute!
Your robots are a reflection of genius, Dr. Eggman. But this does give me an idea.
I think I know a way to cause the lost hex to implode using null gravity effect.
Yeah!
We could destroy the Zeddy in one quick stroke.
And exterminate every living thing around them. Are you out of your mind?
Of course, there'd be some collateral damage, but...
Collateral damage? What kind of monster?
Tails!
I'm sorry. I suddenly felt very mean.
Not the best idea to put the dimwit's head on a battle bot.
In hindsight, I gotta agree with you, Doc. Thanks for the save. Can you get off me now?
I can't figure you out. 1 second you're contemplating genocide, and the next you're saving one of your worst enemies.
I'm a complicated guy.
You? What were you thinking, Tails? You could have gotten yourself killed.
I was just trying to help.
Oh, the story is so bad, you guys. Look at how terrible this narrative. The writing is so terrible. There was not one fucking punchline. Oh, cringe. The death of comedy. This writing is so bad. Like, these people are fucking reptiles. These fucking people are reptiles from another fucking planet who are imitating human behavior, but don't actually know how to actually pull it off. Like, what the fuck? How do you watch that scene and have any kind of negative takeaway from it? I don't understand. That was an awesome scene. I feel like I don't even, it speaks for itself. I feel like I don't even really need to break that one down. That was just fucking badass. In every regard. For every character involved. Ah. Fuck. You see, I have done all of the games so far. I have been at this for 5 months. At this point, I think the best word to use would be exasperated. I am exasperated by these fucking Sonic haters and the fucking stupid complaints they have against these games. They condemn the entire game and say, oh, this game is fucking terrible, based on these complaints that are nonsensical and retarded. There we go. Fuck, turn that off right away. Is that it? The game isn't very adept in way of customization options either. It does have a co-op mode where, again, you're supposed to be playing this with the gamepad. Someone could play with the Pro Controller and run around as little helicopter following you around. I've never used that, so I have no idea what it's like.